if Asta was a demon and had sunshine. So where he gets this from, in my comments in one of my videos, I can't say the name right, but so he's gonna be so Meliodas and Escanor dies. They found a host. It's Asta. He's 10. He becomes physically strong. He looks like whenever he's 15. The time skip in the actual manga, that's what he looks like. He changed his clothes to what it looks like. Still has a headband. So he's going to get a 5-leaf Grimwire, and whenever he's 15. So he does have his stages. Without the Grimwire, he goes to the first stage. With his Grimwire, he goes into the second stage, and he can go into like assault mode looking thing, but it's not really assault mode. He just has a cloak on and those clothes, the claws and stuff. So what I'm gonna say is that whenever he goes in that mode, he has like red tips on his fingers and foot, like his arms are covered in like light, like sunshine magic. He has the axe and the sword, and the axe can transfer on the sword, and the sword can transfer. So I'm going to go, because they can train longer, because they don't have to sit in that walking stuff. So they instantly fly. He's just as good at flying. I'm going to say he works, so they do have several brooms. So what happens, they fly, they go to there. He passes all of them just like Yuno. And like his magic's beyond everybody than they are even elves. So he is about like infinite and stuff. So they go on. Oh yeah, he has 6 heart, and they're kind of covered by light magic or like sunshine magic around it. So like even if somebody tries to penetrate the 6 heart, if they know that's his weakness, it wouldn't work, because like they'll get instantly burned away and absorbed, because it's Zord magic. That's his special magic. He does have full counter and stuff. But what I'm going to say is like Gaara's defense, where it automatically comes up. So he doesn't really have to block anything. Plus he can probably dodge all of them if he wants to. So I skip through the battle. Say it's a noble that attacks him, that challenges him, saying that even with how much money, you're just a convert still, doesn't matter, you probably can't use your mana correctly. So he goes into stage 2 because he's mad, with the cloak on. Let's say this dude has fire magic, so he sends like a whole bunch of fire attacks at him, and like his cloak, no, not even his cloak, like fire, like fire darkness and like sunlight comes up and absorbs all of his attacks. And he says, he doesn't even say a move. He instantly like disappears to everybody else's eye. And he's right above the dude. And he says, "Cruel sun." And he shoots this huge cruel sun. Not burning everybody in, just big enough to cover the whole arena. Say the arena looks like a blade field now, because there's a huge dent in it. Didn't want to kill the dude, so it didn't kill him. But he says, I could have killed you if I went even stronger. So that happens. Everybody raised their hands. I'm gonna say it's kind of like if you guys don't know, the dude, just skip this part if you don't want to know, but the Golden Dawn's leader is actually a reincarnation elf. He only picks people that are reincarnated and stuff. But I'm not sure if you can tell if it's just elf reincarnation. So he does raise his hand. Yuna picks him first. Because Yuna picked him, he picks the Black Bulls instead. So he's in the Black Bulls still. And stuff. So that all happens. So he's battling. He like Cruel Suns, and he goes to the Black Bulls. They get there, he says, baptism by fire. He said, Yami says, okay. So he starts shooting all his fireballs. He doesn't even go in his mode 2. Oh yeah, he doesn't have the sunshine on because it's night. So he goes into stage 2, I'm gonna say. and like he has this cloak on, and he says, why is there no like light on it? He says, I can only use that magic during the day. It gives me a huge physical boost, but my actual physical body, actually both of my magic gives me physical boost. In the stage 2, I can go even further beyond, but I can't control myself and I become a different person. So this is my max. He calls it his assault mode in his stage 2. It looks kind of like this, but like my personality changed and I look more buffer. They're like even more buffer than that. That would look abnormal. This is yes. So I can, and I also don't have to have the black cloak, or I can do the fire one just by itself. So he throws a whole bunch of fireballs, the black stuff coming from the ground, keeps on absorbing it. We ask, what's your magic? It's on absorbing. This will be a 2-part. I'm just gonna put them both together at the same time because I keep on having ads pop up, and like I can't have ads in my videos or anything like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna post 2 of them with the cut out. So yeah, it'll be like 2.2, I'm gonna say, and then 2.5 or a 2, part 2, part 2.5, 2.2. So he says baptism by fire. I'm gonna make this a 15-minute because I can, and like I can only post 15-minute long videos. Anyway, that happens. Next day, gets showed around the whole place and feeds the dogs, but like the dogs are not gonna eat him because he's magic's so intimidating. And like I'm gonna say, he goes around, meets Noelle. Noelle freaks out. He says, so he makes that giant ball thing, but he says giant cruel, no, just regular cruel sun, like in his hand, and he says flare, and it spans really bigly. It's not meant to hurt him or anything. It's meant to absorb all the magic at once. He would have dived right in, but he just wanted to show off, I guess. So that happens. So they lose the bet. I'm gonna say Asta's tall enough where Asta is taller. So what happens is, no, this is part 1. I haven't posted because I messed up so many times. So what happens is he goes to the little place. They destroy all the bulls because he can fly this time. He has such large magic that it doesn't have enough time. So I'm gonna say what he does to make it where the person dies, he chops up wood for them just to have that moment. So they go through and stuff, and like they go there. He absorbs his way through in like a barrier for all of them, so he can make barriers. So they go in, and he sees all of them. What he does, he makes like physical clones with the sword. I forgot about his special ability with that. So the physical clones. Wait, doesn't Escanor's axe come to him like a hammer? I think I've seen that happen to him once. So I'm gonna guess, yeah, he does physical clones. I'm gonna say all of them has the weapons and stuff, but in physical clones, they can turn their weapons into axes. So I'm gonna say they could still use full counter with them. So they're using the big weapons to full counter all the magic around all the people at once because they're so much bigger. And he says he goes in stage 2. Then Noelle gathers all the people. She unlocks her magic. And he says he puts away his swords and stuff. And he set all the clones and all that to get back his physical power. And he says holy slice. And like his hands on fire and stuff. And I'm going to continue my video. So he kind of defeats them all. Mama gets the last hit on to revenge him, I guess. To get Mana Stone, he can feel the Mana Stone, I'm going to say. So what he does, he keeps in his pocket. and stuff. So they'll be actually targeting them, the Knight of the Sun, specifically him. So, yeah. So I'm going to mix up something. No, I'm not going to mess up the canon where they come in, because I was going to make them come in during the dungeon. But I think, no, I'm not going to do that, because it would reveal the girl to the dude again earlier. Make him good. So what happens is, they get that, he gets his money and stuff, so he gives them all to the, except a few where they can go buy something. I'm going to say, he, like, goes somewhere to ask for if there's, like, a type of magic item that can store his energy. And, like, a tattoo shop, I'm gonna say. This is where he gets the tattoo instead of, like, making it appear. He says he wants a dragon and a lion on his back. No, he wants a dragon on his neck and a lion on his back. And he says to store magic, make the dragon one to store half of my magic, other one for my other half, where you can activate, like, it during the night and stuff. So he gives him, like, the Pacific magic to store. Instead of, like, storing half of his energy. Because I'm going to say, like, 10% of the energy is still more than an elf in this show. And, like, the magic doesn't cost as much as this now. So 90% of his magic goes, actually 90% of Sunshine and 90% of the demon. Because how massive his magic is now, so he's still going to second form. So he's going to have the demon one, Devon. I'm trying to think of a stupid name, but okay. So that happens. So they go. Dude comes over, but oh yeah, I was at the holy sword part. Yeah, he does that. He slices down and beats them all one shot. Forgot about that. And that all happens. They go through, and he takes down the person by doing like a mini cruel sun, but it's small enough where it won't destroy anything around it, and like it made some fall on him super fast. The dude doesn't notice it until he says flare, and the whole thing like goes up and like beats him. He gets it. The Baja guy doesn't hate him now. I'm gonna say he won, so he's still in the same place because nobody wanted his weird magic, bronze magic. So he has no hate towards Asta. The next part, get recommended for the dungeon. They go to the dungeon. Asta can send some mana. I'm going to say, because it's absorb magic, I'm going to say he absorbs all the mana into his tattoos there. All of a sudden. Without absorbing any items, magical abilities, or anything like that. So, Noelle's cousin and Four Eyes sees them, and Yuno. So, Yuno's there. I'm going to say stronger. So, Luck's still there. He goes running off. Asta doesn't really care. Because he feels like his magic going down because of the Mist Dude. He goes there. So, the Mist Dude can sense his magic, so it doesn't really work. So, this is why I put the tattoos in, because his still physically strong normally. So what he does, he like puts all of his magic into the tattoos real quick, and like he jumps into it and punches the dude in the face, knocking him out. Not knocking him out, because for some reason everybody in Black Clover is super durable, even though they're not